The market is right damn smack back in the middle of that whole range again. Really, and nobody's really going to make a move here until inflation data comes out on Friday. Oh, that's exactly what they're talking about. Investors await. Yeah, that was just being shown on CNBC. And investors wait inflation data coming out on Friday. I mean, that has been what's been going on since middle of last week. We're in a great holding period right now. And the more we stay in this holding period, the more it's going to snap. Because as you can see, look at my bottom right screen. Look at how since then, and including the recent 4-day rally before that, volume has been below average by a lot. And yesterday it was almost half typical volume. So that's going to continue. Today probably will be a even lower day in volume, but you never know. It can wiggle around. It's statistically able to wiggle around until Friday, in which we're going to have a huge release of tension, and the VIX will likely release some tension and move down unless the news is really bad. Unless inflation numbers come in bad, then the market will drop. So, all right, am I live on everything? I think I am. Yeah. Okay, so regarding the market, that's where it is. It's right in the middle of the range again. Pre-market and after hours, we fell pulled back right into the middle of the trading range. The highs and the lows of just about every day in the last 7 or 8 days have been consistent. You guys, AERC starting to break up again, and it's about to make a jump over 12, I think. It was such a good entry at 10.4 a little bit ago when I alerted it. Because it was likely to test 15 prior days after hours high. Hopefully RJ's all over this because there's a lot of money to be made right there on AERC. I have all my money fully committed right now. I tried to get an ARC, but they won't extend me any more margin. So I'm gonna have to live vicariously through RJ and you guys. Make sure you kill. Morning. What impact will a Russian ceasefire have on the market? Good. Russian ceasefire would be good. It would probably drop oil, and the market would increase. There's a certain degree of tension on commodities, certain commodities, especially oil and energy, because of the Russian situation. But a lot of that has already been wrung out. So we're at where that's really not even affecting the current price. Inflation has, let's put it this way, inflation has caught up with the Russian price jolt, and in fact surpassed it. So as far as the price of oil goes, it's now independently moving up to $150 a barrel. And right now it's at 120.4 and it hit 121.4 a couple hours ago. And it's going to continue, in my opinion, to attempt to try and get to $150 a barrel. So that would take it up to $7.50 a gallon minimum as baseline in the United States, plus taxes and pricings that in your general area might be higher if you don't live in Texas. So fuck you. Gold is hitting 1858 right now, kind of spiking up and grinding up all morning. Yes, good morning, Alex. It's about 1860 now. It's popping right now. A bit of spiking going on gold. That could signal somebody knows something about inflation and is tucking away, some smart money, some big money. The funny thing is the market, the richest people tend to be those with inside information, right? They have that edge. So when you see the market moving in certain ways, strongly, if it's ever a strong move, you can rest be assured that that's a smart move. It's a smart move. Strong moves are smart moves. And so anyway, gold spiking right now a bit, kind of like strong in consideration of how it typically moves and grinds around before the market opens. That's typically a sign that investors are not going to be in cash. They're going to tuck it away for a little while, and or somebody felt that way with a lot of money and perhaps an inside tip. What's up, Steven? There you are, buddy. How you doing? You guys don't forget to, what's the name of your company, Steven? Let me plug it. For your favorite manscaping, male men's products, go to the name of the company, Slappy's. Slappy'sOfficial.com. Slappy's Official, or Slappy's Official as a handle across all social media. Redbox now popping up to 10.72 and attempting to retest the high pre-market of 10.9, the little previous pivot that it put in. And then if it can get over that, 11.10. Do I think Amazon will test 100? Yes. My previous prognosis on Amazon was that it will test 100. Do you know somebody said that Amazon's going to 10x in the next, what did they say, 6 years? Somebody on this TikTok said Amazon is going to 10x over the next 6 years. 6 years. They obviously don't understand growth companies. Amazon's not a growth company anymore. Yeah, somebody said negative. Well, I don't know if he's talking about if it'll go up or down, but yeah, no, it's not going to go 10xing in 6 years. I think it's basically hit utility, and there's actually competition rising. So I don't see that case. I don't really see. Yeah, Carl, you just said it, buddy. Yeah, exactly. What was I just going to say about it? So 100, I think it is possibly possible that it's going to test 100, but it's in a chop range now. I don't think it's gone. Let's see. It has gone stage 2. Yeah. No, it hasn't gone stage 2. Rather, has it? Yes, it went stage 2. I mean, sorry, stage 4 in February. So yeah. So it's corrective right now, Amazon, and it may stay that way. Little run for the stock split, but that's just for morons. Let's be honest. All right. Do we have Redbox on the radar today? Redbox, yes, we do. Sorry, you just don't. Yeah, we're talking Redbox and AERC. Continuing with the market, so I'm seeing everything broadly correct back to the center of the trading range. That means staples, everything. Oh, there it goes. Redbox popping over 10.9, and now testing 10.9, and now testing 11. It just hit 11.05, and it looks like it is about to break the 11.09 area there. Furthermore, rates have popped again over 3% this morning. They hit even 3.04%. What's the question here? Uvixi puts June 17, $12 strike. I'm not in them. What's your thoughts? Impact on the market? Yeah, I play VIX ping pong. I don't think this is an area right in the middle of 20s, 25. I don't think this is an area for you to do that. Redbox just hit 11.32. Remember to pay attention to the penny stocking area at the closing bell. Penny stocking at the end of day today. There'll be a bunch of picks in there that I'm sure today we're already going to see are going to pop near the open. We got 9 minutes until the open. And Swing 100 as well. A lot of oil stocks and energy stocks went up on the Swing 100 yesterday. Not a lot. I'm being very judicious, trying to find you guys, absolutely the primo quality picks for swinging. However, even then, there's no guarantee on those. Okay, so we might have a 30%, 40% batting average on there, but that is enough. That's certainly. Pfizer, what to do with Pfizer? Red box pulling back to 10.82 right now. Well, Pfizer is actually tightening up a little bit. There may be a trade forming there. Let me check something. 54, 51. 6%, 5.6%, 5.5% risk if you were to get in now. Not bad. That's okay. You could risk it. However, you'd have to have a bullish outlook on it. It looks like it's trading bullishly. So, but the market's going to need to pick up and, Pfizer to break out. It's right now, it's just staying somewhat, it's just consolidating. It's in that waiting and that dormant Godzilla in the mountain phase. Is it time to re-enter RCMT? So, Jack, the time to do that would be green over red if it, comes up in the proper formation. And right now, at the right type of moment for that. Hopefully, you exited RCMT the other day, or you also could just still be in it. I don't know where your break even was. Still be in it. It never came possibly back to your break even. I'm not sure. Let's see. Let's see what RCMT does. Maybe if it breaks over yesterday's high, you could use that as an entry. What I would say, Jack, is build your capital from here. Start with a small position, and if it goes well, wait for the next few days or weeks to add on at a point which where it maybe either dips and re-hits it again, or where it maybe breaks that high, breaks the all-time high there as another spot where you could double on, or possibly the high of the previous day, 3 days ago. So have a couple of points where you could size up and play it very safely at first. I would love to, Alex, but no, I'm not allowed to do that except for with a limited number of friends and family. I'm already maxed out on that, so I can't do that. Sorry. How am I feeling about the Friday CPI data? I haven't done an analysis on it, and I don't really sweat that too much. I do have a straddle on the market, so whichever way the market cracks on the data being released, I win. Unless it just stays where it's at. But I will say that I think that the Fed has been extremely slow in controlling inflation. The United States accounts for basically 25% of the world's entire GDP. And so, we affect the world, and the Fed fucked up big time. They should have been raising rates starting in November. What do. And so I think that things have gotten away from them a little bit more than they can handle. So on that thesis, I think possibly inflation might be as bad as expected or worse. I'm not sure if it's going to be horrible, or sometimes it can fluctuate, by the way, and it can even be better. And it can be in a situation where inflation is worse, and yet it shows up as better, so just because of fluctuations. So it's very hard to say what the result will be and what its meaning will be. But, inflation has really gotten out of control. And Target is a perfect example of what I've been saying for many months, which is that inventories are at higher costs. Couple that with inflation, and retail is going to get squashed, their profit margins. So they're going to eventually, and yesterday Target was announcing it, they're going to have to eventually cut into those costs, and that's exactly what's happening in order to attract customers back into the store. This is exactly what I said. Does anybody remember me talking about that? Many months ago, we were talking about the difference between inventories and supply and the producer price index versus the consumer price index. The producer price index is a much more accurate view of inflation because it's closer to the heartbeat of inflation. And it was showing that the prices and the costs of things that are being sold, the wholesale costs of them were going up much more radically than the prices that consumers were seeing. And so therefore, retail was getting their margins squished because they're trying to keep you from thinking that prices are going up so that you can keep coming in their stores. But in fact, it's hit its breaking point. And I said that it would, and it happened. And so Target was the first person to say they're going to have to start lowering their prices in order to attract people back into the store. And that's not a good thing because now they're going to have to take losses. So it's not helpful. It's not like all of a sudden that's going to make them have good profit margins, right? They're basically chasing customers now. And that's what's happening in real estate as well. Sellers are chasing buyers. I mean, everything is turning recessionary right in front of your eyes, and inflation is running away. So we continue to have a bear case for the market, and the Fed is just fucking getting started. They're selling back $2 billion of assets that they had bought 2 years ago to jack up the market. They're selling all those back into the market now, $2 billion per day, and that's going to jump to $4 billion a day in, I believe it's 2 months from now or a month and a half from now. What app or platform am I using? Most predominantly Thinkorswim. Yeah, RJ says he does remember that. Yep. I mean, it's all on video. I'm just asking if you guys remember that. It's not to prove anything. I fucking know. I remember it, and I have a terrible memory. All right, Redbox and AERC setting up for potential dip buy. The market's going to open in 1 minute and 40 seconds. And let's see where everything comes out. Gosh. Yoo-hoo. I do use Webull, yeah, but not too much. No, I use Thinkorswim. You read the chat, bro? What? Do I read the chat? Yes. But not, word prolifically. Veru is failing? Okay. Yeah, Veru is failing out a little bit. Great. All right, 45 seconds till the market opens. Do you believe the AMC hype? No. I believe price. Now, does margin work with fees as a day trader? Kind of. No, not really. It's free. But, do your research on that, okay? Or send me a private message. Here we go. 18 seconds until the market opens. Darko Gorta. Welcome. Cool name. Fucking Darko Gorta. Everybody welcome Darko Gorta. Guy's fucking cool. This is where he goes, I'm actually a woman. All right, market's open. Red box starting to pop over 1082. This slightly positive sign. There's a little bit of a shelf there. 1080. Nope, it's failing out. Red box not an entry, and certainly an exit so far. If you were in it, it just broke a pivot. And same on AERC. They're both dropping out. Looks like those trades were pre-market. All right, Jack, keep an eye on RCMT for me. That one certainly, can move. Taking fast profits is fine. Talk about that tomorrow in class. Okay to get in something and then get out at 1% the next day, or 4% or 3% if it turns against you, A small profit is infinitely better than a loss. Do the math, actually, that's true. That is an actual truth. A small profit is infinitely better than a loss. Is infinity. USA going against me here. What's going on there? Dump USA. Oh, hold on. It looks like I have some puts on that. Right. Dumped my shares, kept the puts. Zim. Redbox and AERC have not shaped up yet. You can't find any video of anyone explaining it. I mean, like I said, send me a private message, okay? Or click the link in my bio to come check out our trading group. Message me in there, and I'm happy to help tell you a little bit more about that. Okay, Redbox starting to get bought up on this 3rd minute here. Market, okay, if it can get over 10.8, which it just did, okay, and it's breaking through 11 now. That's an entry. You guys know that, day traders. That would have been an entry there, high of the day, pre-market shelf pivot point there. And we're hoping to see some continuation up and over the pre-market high of 11.32. Wow, a huge manipulative drop on Redbox. Be very careful. That was an 80-cent drop right here. Sometimes just a couple minutes later, the entire drop can get bought up. So make sure you give yourself 20 seconds. Facebook, let me take a look. You said Facebook. Okay, I'll take a look. So Redbox, definitely not being friendly when it acts like that. You got to wait for a pre-market high or high of the day to gain any faith into it. There's not much going on Facebook, and it's holding kind of a range just like the rest of the market. So I'm not sure that it's going to give you very much return, that it's going to move much. Not sure it's one of the movers today. Opinion. All right, back to us. Market's just going sideways so far. What percentage stop loss should you put your stock at? None. Don't ever hold losses. If you got in something and it went down, it's because your timing was bad and you need to improve your timing. If you get in something and it goes down, okay, obviously, you're going to have to give it a little bit of exploration room the day of entry. the moment of entry, a little bit, but not much. I'd rather you just cut it and then get back in. So, supposing you have over $25,000 minimum for pattern day trading rule, get out, get back in later, try again. Your timing was off, and wait till you have a profit. And now, once you have some profit, hold. Now you can hold and see where things go. Maybe even add on if you need to. Start small. So, but at the most, the worst case scenario, I mean, the absolute worst, and it will be a terrible stop loss rule to have, is minus 10%. If you have to cut something somewhere, I mean, an absolute line in the sand, minus 10%. But I prefer you choose minus 8% or maybe even minus 6%. And in this bear market, be much tighter than that, maybe minus 3%. Well, all right. Very good. AERC continuing to drop down. It looks like it might crack 9 and go short all the way back down to $5. That could be a pretty big short. It'd be like a 45% return. I don't know if you have shares to short. That's a possibility out there for you. Whew, the QUBT trade, penny stock trade. I still have it on a free ride, but look at that. Just look at that, guys. Look at that chart. Wow. That was a fantastic call out. Where did we get that at? 2.9. Right back here. Now 4.28. Somehow in my system it says that's 27%. I think that's incorrect. Seems like more than that. Anyway, that's on my free rides. That's one of my free rides. Just gonna let that sit and bake. FTCI. SKLZ is moving, guys. SKLZ is already up almost 8% from the open. SKLZ skills. I'm going to put that over AERC. It doesn't look like it's happening. Wow. It's going to halt, man. Look at that. Just a vertical run from 1.8 all the way to almost 1.92. That's looking impressive. Zim is down. Yes, I exited Zim. In fact, I put puts on it at the end of the day yesterday just to protect the position until today. And so I removed the position and left the puts. Making money on it. So I got that going for me. WFRD pushing swing potential. Okay, yes, let's take a look at that. Weatherford International. Not a profitable quarter. Prior quarter, not profitable. Quarter profitable. Before that, not profitable. Prior to that, not profitable. Last revenues were down compared to the previous quarter. Very little growth there. Margins roughly staying the same. I'm not seeing a bull case here fundamentally that would allow me to even be interested in trading it technically. MICT. All right, I'm going to take a look at some of the stuff that we have on deck here. I'm still waiting for DQ to rest at some point in the next month or two. Right, another great entry. If you're in DQ, good job. Hey, RCMT, what's up with it? No entry today, right? Jack? No entry today. Did you already come to that conclusion? ExxonMobil, oil stocks continuing to break to the top side. Oh, MICT? All right, let me see. No, there's just nothing going on in MICT. Okay. ExxonMobil. Now, the thing about ExxonMobil is really cool is that they do their own upstream, midstream, and downstream, which is the oil industry's way of saying sourcing, transportation of, and then manufacturing and sale of. It's like the process, the pipeline of, the oil industry, from say getting oil out of the ground all the way to, creating a car or something, or gasoline, or plastics. Exxon is all of that. They have it all. They have the whole pipeline. They have the whole, their upstream, midstream, downstream. And so, that makes them a pretty robust company to be in during the inflation. Energy costs going way up with inflation. That always happens after a recession, after an economic downturn, and an economic recovery, an economic reflation and stagflationary period, and after stimulus. With inflation, you get energy going through an incredible period like this. This won't happen again for you for another 5, 10, 15, 20 years. So, advantage of it. I'm in a whole bunch of oil stocks, including oil itself. How's Target doing today? The market continuing to be somewhat sideways, and I believe it's going to be low volume. Okay, let's see if those projections are holding up. Yeah, we may be below a 50% volume today. We're at minus 56% average volume. Red box starting to come up, and potentially is going to break 1132, the high, pre-market high. Red box, keep an eye on it. RDBX. Losing my voice today for some reason. No idea why. Not sick or anything. Meme stocks will pump and dump as always, sure. Getting rid of AMPH just to protect my line. If you guys would like me to check anything you got in yesterday that I alerted, happy to check on that. Faraz, you're welcome to go live in the Trader Lounge, and if anybody wants to trade Faraz's trades with Faraz, just go over and join the live Trader Lounge. And Faraz can get in there, and he'll be getting on. Faraz, if you want to just be, you can either be in there, because that's what you're used to, if you want to, or you can go in here. You just want to watch you for now. All right. So after I'm done, Faraz, maybe we'll go into the live Trader Lounge. Maybe. It's not an everyday thing, perhaps, I guess. Thoughts on Sava, somebody says. Okay, what am I looking at here? Zim. All right. That Zim short turned out to be a winner. Zim had a lot of potential, so that's why I put up. I didn't just sell it outright at the end of the day. I put a put on it, locked it up, and then this morning it didn't look so good, so I cut my position but kept my puts, and now those are up. Sava is consolidating. It's been pretty negative fundamentally and pretty negative technically. So I don't see much there except for maybe a little biotech trade pop thing to happen sometime in the future. But, if you're lucky. Are you lucky? Hey, thank you. Where do you park some cash? Energy, oil, Pepsi, consumer staples, Procter & Gamble, toilet paper. People are saying Ulta, is one of those consumer staples because makeup, shampoo, stuff that people still buy, stuff that still sustains itself when times are tough. Certainly not Apple and iPads and luxurious goods. You don't want to be that during a recession. That's not going to work out. But also, so oil, UCO and USO, and energy, XLE. Consumer staples like the ones I just mentioned could also be gotten as a package in the ETF XLP. Healthcare, people still need healthcare no matter whether or not we're in good times or bad, maybe more in bad times. So healthcare, XLV, typically a defensive. Gold can be a good crash protection. What else am I in? I'm also in TMV, which is U.S. Treasury bonds, just banking on that rates are going to continue to go up. TMV, that's the inverse of TLT, essentially. I am in the dollar, UUP. Wow, look at FTCI go. That's one of my largest holdings. Let me go take a peek at that. FTCI went from 5.55 to 6.14. And yep, I am now at 17% gains on that. Very, very nice. Pretty good in the port. Yeah, I'm watching Redbox right now. I'm literally watching it. It's forming the Triton. What do we call it? The Atlas pattern. Forming right now on Redbox with a shakeout. This could be very positive. We could be breaking $12 momentarily here. I'm seeing some good signs here. I'm also the downward price action is at low volume and the upper price action is at high volume. So that's increased demand and decreased supply. So it's got all the right things going for it right now on Redbox intraday here. 11.15, 11.18. If it can pop 11.25, I believe that's going to do it. 11.25 is going to be the capitulation, the breakout point, a slingshot point, if you will. GlaxoSmithKline, healthcare, that could be very good. Ooh, the market just spiked up very strongly. I do not know why. There's nothing necessarily reported on the news, but very large whalish purchasing going across the board, total stock market on everything. This could be economic data. This could be something about the war. Something's going on. Hang on. Bond report coming out now. Let's see if something's. Yep. No, nothing hitting the news. If anybody knows, let me know. Maybe Biden had a heart attack. I don't know. No, I don't wish malice on anybody. And it's getting clapped. Let's see. Oof. Zendesk down almost 9% right now. Yeah. Oof. What a great short that would be. Since you'd probably stay in that since at least 87, if not all the way since the initial crack of 110. Well, very nice for us. Good job. Make a trade out of it. Don't just tell people. Tell them what makes money. Not everybody can think deeply to the point where they're like, ooh, I want that. Like, you tell them something's happening and then they go after it because they formulated an idea of how to trade it. Like, you got to help guide them in that channel. Don't expect that to go anywhere. You just are blowing hot air. But if there's no trade there, there's no trade there. Thank you for letting us know then, I guess. Purposeless alert of yours. Still, the way the market moved, it still hasn't done anything to change the fact that it's still trading in an inside range. Redbox, I just couldn't do it. Couldn't break that 1125 significant level. 1130, if you really sure. 1130. Did you read the GSK news, GlaxoSmithKline? No, but it's a huge stock. So it's, for it to move significantly and make you more money than I can make you in something else, it would have to be that it's going to buy Johnson and Johnson or something. It would have to be significant. Okay, I'm reading the news. To launch measles vaccine Priorix in U.S. for the first time after securing regulatory approval. And I guess that has something to do with monkeypox, measles, mumps, and rubella. Okay. So maybe it goes from 44.50 to 47 in a month. You know what I mean? It's like, I think we can chase higher return. No, not that news. Okay, well then tell me the fucking news then. All right, we got to move on here. Then got halted? Are you serious? Let me see. That would be the death of the company. It is halted. Wow. Holy shit. For Zen to halt, that's pretty significant. $77 where it opened. Oh, no, I'm sorry. $88 where it opened and now halted at 77, so about minus 10%. But that's pretty serious for Zendesk to do that in one day. You hear usually shit stocks halting. You don't hear, it's always fascinating when like a Facebook or something like that, gets halted. Yep. 1, 2, 3 years from now, a lot of these super growth companies that are down 90% are going to be either acquired or bankrupt. Yeah, Faraz, you should have did less talking and more alerting. you should have went live. You should have developed the trade. You should have posted it. We should have got in it, and we should have made some money. If you see something, trust your instincts. You're behind on that. You need to start to learn to trust your instincts. As you get to be a better and better trader, monitor your instincts and see if they can be trusted. And at a certain point, you can then trust your instincts. Got an alert on Tesla here. All right, Tesla breaking through trend line, Tesla entry. You guys, I'm going to go alert that. This is not a swing 100 trade. It's going to be a regular chart trader alert. Trend line breakout on Tesla. Entry. And the risk on that trade, I mean, you should exit at 730 if it comes back down. 730, so about $14 of risk. And I'm in. End of week, my instincts tell me that 420, 430 close. What, on SPY? Follow the cues, by the way. Well, industrials. I mean, if you're trading CAT, you should be really tapped into DIA and its movement. Okay, the numbers come out on Friday, so we will see. Zen is trading again. It's at 77 and dropping. My dog wants to tell me something. Let me check. What is it, Luna? What is it, Luna? What is it? Buy Tesla? Oh, okay. You want me to buy Tesla? Can you speak into the microphone? Buy Tesla. Yes, buy Tesla. Right? Ah! What's this? Look at everybody. See? Say hi. Is that what you wanted to tell me? What's up? What are you scratching on my door for, huh, buddy? You need to go for a walkie? Yeah. She loves her walks. She can't get enough of them. Why? Because she chases the bunnies. She chases bunnies around the neighborhood. All right, I'm putting you down because you stink like a dog. Ugh. Come on, leave me alone. Thoughts on Amazon long term? Not worthwhile. Not a good investment. I mean, it's a good investment, but they need to be paying dividends, and they haven't gotten there yet. They haven't come to the realization that they're not necessarily a high growth company anymore. And so for that reason, I'm out. And I believe they're going to, not beat the market. So it's not something you should be in. Not going to beat inflation, not going to beat the market with Amazon. All right, Redbox trying again. Redbox coming back up again. Zen has bounced off of 77, hitting about 81 now. What's up, man? What is it? Did somebody fall down? Can't get up? What are you trying to tell me? Can you wait a little bit? Can you wait a little bit? You're such a funny doggy. Pugs are so funny looking. Yes, Redbox is trying again, and if it can get over 1125, that would be 1 point. But 1130, boom! Finally, it's up and over. It is creating a very nice pattern. Which at this point, if it could just really tighten up more, let's see, 11, 20. %. That's good. If we can get a little bit of a tighter pivot point for our risk, it will be the same for everybody, and that will create the kind of investment demand that will cause the stock to pop. So the next break might still be a fake out, but it might set up a tighter pivot at around 11, and then you'll have something like a 40 or a 50 cent risk unit, which at this level would be something like 3 or 4% risk, which that would create the kind of attraction from traders for money to start to pour in. So we'll see if it tightens up more. Anybody in OMGA, OMGA, alerted yesterday is doing pretty good. It's doing all right. SIGA failing out. I'm going to go ahead and put that, take that off of my general radar. Let me check some more growth stocks now. Commodities, higher today than they were yesterday, than they were the day before, than they were the day before, than they were the day before. Commodities are in just a beautiful run. DBC. Oil, pretty much at yesterday's close, if not above it. Currently at about $120. What are you doing down there? Don't be sniffing around in corners that you shouldn't be sniffing around in. NFE. Ooh, that's quite a drop. That goes out of play and into watching. So Halliburton provides materials and products for the expansion of companies in the oil industry. And so they're doing very good, obviously, on this highly profitable period for the oil industry. HAL. And they've made a new all-time high today. And that is an entry. So I will post that. It is a little extended, but if you get in now, not too strong, that's a decent swing 100 trade. All HAL. GAL, huh? Let's see. Yeah, I need to know the ticker. Yeah, I'm not seeing that. Let me know what the ticker is. What's my opinion to FTC price action? FTCI price action? If it comes back to like 10% gains on for me, I'll probably just go ahead and take off my cost basis and just keep my profit and let it be a free ride from there. Because it already hit like 16, 17% from entry, and now it's pulling back to 11.5%. So if it gets down to like 10%, I'll take that profit. I'll take all my money back, and I'll leave the profit on the table as a position. And if that worsens, then I'll just, eventually I can take that profit off the table as well. It'll just be a free ride. I'm good. We have a plan. I'm not going to let a good profit beyond 10% turn into a profit that's not 10%, and you shouldn't either. Another thing you could do is, if you like, take some off. Just flat out, like exit half your position since it's up and over 10%. Let me take a look at it on the daily. Did I already have it up? That's funny. Yeah, I mean, it's a nice move today. It opened low, moved up. It's retraced about 50%. That's not good, the retracement of 50%. So if it starts to break down on a 50% retracement, that's what I'll do. I'll convert it to a free ride. We are getting some tightening that I didn't expect on Redbox. 0.5 to 11.1. You're now down to 5.4% risk for a breakout at 11.1. That might be enough. Not super tight, but that might be enough. And that's about 60 cents. And so you'd want to get about $1.20. If you were to get in there, you'd hope that it would go to $12.30. Sure, I believe in that yet. So if you were to get it at 11.1 on that breakout, You need to play it extremely defensively. Just get like right back out if it doesn't work, and then maybe scalp off some profit even as it retests the high of the day. Get out of there. What are you doing, man? Just sit down. Just calm down. Stop pugging around. Stop pugging around, man. Stop pugging around, girl. She's a girl. You're going to make some baby simple. See there, it's already pulling back. I don't like what I see on FTCI. So I am going to do that now. I'm going to convert to just profit only. Just let the profit run. And see, in a weird way, that's like taking profits at 10%, right? You understand? So it's another way of looking at taking profits. It's another kind of excuse to pad your thesis of taking a profit. Looks like Tesla is continuing to go, huh? All right, we're almost at a 1% gain already. That's a very nice padding. That's what you'd like to see. You're letting your winners run. Your winners run. Yesterday did well in my portfolio, okay, but everything sort of got to this point where it just, like, couldn't go any further, and then your portfolio reaches this point where you're like, man, I really wish I could just get up and beyond this point because it's right, like it's peaking out like right there. But that's what the next day is for. The next day is here, and now I'm seeing numbers on my portfolio that yesterday I would have dreamed of. So you got to take this one day at a time and just defend your line. Don't hold losers. Let your winners run free, so long as they are good looking, and take solid profits at certain points, and just do that day in, day out, and it will compound. It will compound. Check DMs when you get. I can check that right now if you need me to for us. SM Energy, I like it. Let me take a look at it. What do I think about Gush? I mean, I'm in UCO and USO. Let me take a look at Gush. Oil and gas exploration and production. That's the 2X one. I worry about it. It's contango. Let me see here. 136. Or if that's less than 100%, it is less than 100%. It's 86.7%. What did I say, guys, yesterday? Returned 100%? Oh, Oil U. So Oil U it does much better than Gush, apparently. I believe that's correct. 2. Oh, yeah, much better. Oil U. That's a 3x leveraged oil and gas exploration ETF. Oil U. This one. Much better. So you got that? Okay, sounds good. Let me check if any swing trades are breaking out, especially today. Yeah, I don't like that WFRD. Don't like the numbers on that one. Good one that hasn't actually moved yet is something that we can watch for days or weeks. JCSE getting very close to a IPO breakout, pre-breakout, as a matter of fact. There also BLTE IPOs I'm watching. All right, everything else is sort of in motion. There could very well be alerts going out in Swing 100, so please pay attention to that channel. And I guess I'm going to take my dog for a walk or something. All right. Have a good morning, everybody. Thanks again for all the trading, and I'll see you in the group in just a few minutes. You're welcome, Faraz. You're welcome, RJ. Well, I think you're doing okay in Gush, but you could split, you could sell half of that and get into Gush as well. There's options there. It's up to you, man. Just a oil you is going to give you something like 25% more return than Gush. So do with that what you will, man.